crow. The final crow to crow about first thing in the morning. Really? We get to go ahead and we get to start with that first thing in the morning before I even finish, really, honestly, kind of catching my breath from everything else that has recently happened? That is something to caw about, and that is something that we definitely need to give our wonderful lead crow Sharon here a couple friends for. But also, I need to find where my cats went because I have my name list ready. We're ready to name those kitties. There's one of the cats! I've got him! I'm so glad the cats have so much health, by the way, because I think I'd cry if anything happened to our precious Zelda! Zelda, thank you so much for making all of our adventures possible. Also, who is sick over here? I have a sick bumblebee. No. Is it right here? Okay, phew. I'm finally learning how to direct my magic abilities towards our bumblebees. And there's our other kitty cat. Perfect timing, little one, because this is going to be Tommy Cat. Tommy Cat, welcome. I am so happy that both of you are here. Also, before the day, okay, the day can pass because we have time. I'm trying to keep an eye on Mercury's wares because I would love to get some of these plants, or at least perhaps the desert rock, since once we manage to go ahead and catch our breath with the crows, we are hopefully going to be able to work on taking care of our new desert area. Oh, what task did we just complete? Oh, our crow friends, that's right! What a feast, they thought. So pleasing to the eye. This is because Sharon and the crows have settled in. And Corbett finally has their friends living in our vegetable garden, which truly has caused the land of Mostasia to grow in ways I never anticipated. I really love the challenges of working with whatever the sanctuary, the oasis of our land has become for the different residents and animals who come to inhabit it. And yeah, because I don't think I would have built this gigantic pond for a catfish without needing to find sanctuary for our wonderful duck darling. And I don't think I would have built nearly as huge of a vegetable garden without Corbett asking me to make room for more crows. And really, we would have lost out. We would have not been able to see our land flourish and grow in ways I absolutely wouldn't have thought about, because it would have all just been moss and mushrooms and tree ferns, let's be honest. And that's a good life lesson tucked in there somewhere. Exactly what kind? That's your homework. Enjoy. I'm in good standing with my friends now, all thanks to you. I found some more shinies for you. I'm going to keep finding shinies. Keep me around and you can expect more. Anyhow, I'm back to the hunt now, hunting shinies. I will be back closer to the next rainfall. I have something I might want to ask of you. Yay! Okay, and I think that Corbett, do you have any other things we can add in right now? I think this might be all Corbett kind of carries most of the time. But I would really like to be able to get to the point where we could start adding in some of the really like cool items that are here. And I'm really curious about this little coffee maker. I think we should get ourselves maybe a crate or possibly this table, because I think that the keepers need a table if I'm going to put the coffee maker on it. Or maybe we can put the coffee maker on a rock, but I feel like we need to give our little gnome friends maybe a little coffee so that they can keep up with everything that's happening in this gigantic land now. And also, let's make sure that we give our lovely crows their new names and help them to settle in and find a comfy home here with Stone Teller the Crow. That's an evocative name if you ask me. And there's a guest visiting. Who is it? Who is it? Is it the crab again? It's a turtle! A turtle. I knew we could have a turtle because we were given a hint by Mercury's wares. But that just makes me really happy because my beloved husband Chips also really loves turtles. And that means that I've got to figure out how to get them in here. And there's Darling the duck doing well. Phew, okay. So hopefully the land is staying a little bit more maintained now. I don't seem to see as much of it like decaying instantly anymore. However, we need to have a challenge one of these days where we manage to keep the land from significant decay for 3 days straight. The fact we haven't just naturally managed to pull that off tells me that we might be overworking our poor keepers just a touch, and I might want to get them a little bit more help. but maybe we're doing okay? Maybe that means we just need to be able to face whatever fights we have to like get into like fisticuffs with the little gnomes and blightlings a little better. And all of that said, we do have our little Vexer friend we need to give a home to. And now that I know that maybe handing our Vexer friend over to Bones will allow them to go be part of like the gnomish witness protection program, as we did decide last time, I feel a little bit better about that. What's the mail say today? Oh boy. Hello there, Seri. We hope this letter finds you well. We are just reminding you that Hortic Day is coming up in 5 days. As usual, we have a themed quest with grand prizes for you to win. This time, the quest is as follows. Perform the most upgrades. Good luck and see you soon. That's one of those things where I feel like I could very well end up chasing my own tail forever, trying to keep the upgrades coming. However, we do happen to have many, many animal points now. We could reduce Mercury's cost. We could encourage Mercury to improve with a few sales. And I suppose we could sell quite a bit of the nectar we've been hoarding. So, why don't we start with reducing Mercury's cost? I really want that desert rock though. Okay, to be honest, I'm pretty sure Mercury might have the desert rock sooner than later. Ooh, reducing the cost by 50% would put us away from being able to afford it, I think. Another 10% savings on that. Or do I need my keepers to be working harder? Okay, let's actually check some of the other things that we could be working on right now. The desert beetle habitat might be good. Avoid critical decay for 5 days in a row. Apparently is a little more difficult for us than I anticipated. Have 25% of all upgrades. Create 3 beetle habitats. I think our best bet would be the beetle habitats next. And there are some cheap upgrades we can get, like the treasure hunter one right here. Okay, that's actually really cheap. I think now we're finding like 50 times more treasure than we used to when we're digging. Good before we start working in a desert. And we still have a lot of money. But should we just, maybe that's a good point to not worry about Mercury's cost right now and do the expensive things. And we should continue to focus on maybe doing some upgrades that are based around more affordable opportunities, shall we say. So how about we go through and we upgrade anything that happens to be under 10,000 gold, which I love how the fact that gold is like the love that we're given. So anything that's under 10,000, like magic cost reduced by 1, or ability to add charge to our gloves, or expansion upkeep being reduced. Oh boy, that jumped from like 2,000 gold to 45,000. And then what about, oh wow, a lot of these are so expensive. Okay, I'm glad we did that, friends. I'm really glad we did that, because now everything is actually a lot more expensive. We can add a lot more garden love. There's that. And then here's expansions are cheaper. That would be very useful. We'll invest quite a bit in that. And now we're down to just 9. Upgrades cost less gold. Oh my gosh, we spent like all of our money. Hello, Seri. I'm writing to let you know that you have upgraded a quarter of all the possible upgrades already. There is more to do, and it's only been 76 days. Boy, time flies when you're having fun. These upgrades do more than just help you in your endeavors. They provide me with lost strength. Really? I've attached a more recent photo of myself with my horns all grown out. Wait, are you telling me Faunus has been sick this whole time? No, that's not cool. We need to take good care of our friends. Also, like a more recent photo, like Faunus. Oh look, he was really sick. Calm and collected would best describe Faunus, a creature of profound connection to the critters of the realm. Oh no, so this whole time I thought he just was like chilling on his spaceship somewhere on the planet, just kind of doing funky upgrades. And actually he was really sick because of the way the land has been corrupted. You should have told me, Faunus. I would have just been right there for you, friend. Oh wow. Weaving animal energy into a tapestry of enchanting upgrades, Faunus makes an invaluable friend for aspiring gardeners. Those in the know say Faunus seeks ambient magic, whether for nourishment or other motives has yet to be discovered. Oh, and I don't know if you can tell, but our guinea pig gang is providing some commentary to me right now about how we should be taking care of Faunus. I'll endeavor to do that. And then like, I didn't know that he was sick. I feel so bad. Do we have enough money? Let's get a keeper over here in the cottage zone. I wish I could make kind of more like a desert looking keeper zone, but we'll just go ahead and we'll put him like right over. Well, I'm kind of nervous to put a keeper house next to the ruinitic boulders, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. And then let's come and let's start making some beetle habitats. And we need basking and foliage. And we don't really have any other info about beetles, so we're gonna have to just do our best from there. But I bet we need lots of sand. Desert, maybe? Maybe a little bit of land and soil, lush land and soil. Bauxite would be bedrock and land. Can we do, let's see, desert and land, land and sand. Maybe we'll do like a little bit of sand along here. And then if we need foliage and basking, and then a desert sort of zone. We also have the brittle brush, which would provide a common desert shrub that has lots of historical uses, such as making glue and incense, which I had no idea about. And you know what? I often feel weird about not knowing more about desert plants because my real name happens to be sage, as all of you know, which is a plant, a beautiful type of plant that at least in North America, the parts where I've grown up, like in Texas, when I lived in Texas, and I was born in LA, and now I live in North Carolina, and I lived in Michigan and Missouri for big portions of my life. Yeah. The sage plant that we often associate here in the United States, at least the parts I've lived in, is a desert dwelling shrub. And I've always felt a little bit put out because I'm not much of a desert dweller. I'm more of a lush, leafy kind of girl. But then I found out the majority of sage plants, which are part of the mint family, the salvia family, happen to be in jungles in South America, which is a huge random pivot and aside to go on just to tell you I felt so vindicated when I learned that a lot of sage plants actually happen to be in lush, beautiful jungles. And as a result of being a little put out that sage was often associated with desert plants, I may have intentionally neglected my education of desert plants. And now I regret that because they're fascinating. They are beautiful. The saguaro cactus happens to be one of the coolest things I have ever learned about, and I cannot wait to be able to go see many of them in like person. And yuccas and so many of the other cactus varieties, they're just amazing. They really, really, really are. So I'm excited to be able to add in a few of them and add in our new desert dweller who's going to come over and be keeper of the desert. May we welcome in none other than Kit Kat, the Kit Kat Nat, the desert keeper. I hope that I will not have you despair too much, Kit Kat Nat, because I know that it's going to be a little bit of a different kind of climate, a little drier, a little different from what we normally have back here. But I promise you, I will do my best to make it a nice spot. And we'll get some nice desert zones put in. Ooh, 500 gold is a nice little treasure bit to find. And also, I'm still trying to figure out how we'll handle that ruinic boulder. Maybe we'll go ahead and we will let ourselves like put a moat or maybe a blockade of different plants. And ooh, pillar ruin. Wait, what do you mean I've discovered a pillar ruin? Where'd this thing come from? Are you telling me this is like an archaeology dig site? Because I would be quite happy to have discovered that information a little earlier. It goes along with our little like spider bust temple that we sort of have set up back here. That's so funny. All right, well, that happened. That makes me quite tickled. And Hortic Day is in 5 days. I think we've performed quite a few upgrades. Hang in there, Kit Kat Nat. There you go. You kind of got stuck at the back there, didn't ya? All right, what other like desert dwelling, or maybe we can get in like a mix of foliage too. There's also sticks, leaf pile, hollow log. The beautiful barrel cactus happen to count as just desert plants. That's interesting. Is it because they're cacti? That the prickly pear cactus! Prickly pear cactus! I totally forgot we had prickly pear cactus! Not a drill! Although its broad green pads are covered in long piercing spines, this cactus bears edible fruit. Okay, I hope that will play out well for our friends. And also, I need to get some sort of like light source for Kit Kat Nat back here. Can I get that campfire yet that Corbett has? Because I would really love to be able to get that little campfire. Not quite yet. We need a little bit more of the green nectar and a little bit more of that corrupted nectar. Corbett has some of the corrupted nectar. Let's actually sell some of our gold nectar in order to get all of the green nectar that Corbett has. That's a lot of the gold nectar, but I think we'll be okay because I want to just keep as much of that corrupted nectar as we can. There's a fence post, counts as a construct. Can't afford the fairy lights because we also have to use the corrupted nectar in order to cure some of the Vexer friends that pop by. We can talk to Faunus, who I now feel even more strongly like associated with. There's who knows what's with our monies. And in the morning, I guess what we'll do, and I'll also search around for some of the nectar to collect. But man, getting that beetle zone up is going to be a little trickier than I thought. Oops. Okay, reset, and then let's grab that. Hey, Paint Seagull, council member. And then, ooh, here's the other one of our crows. I knew we needed to name somebody. And right over here, we have none other than Pseudo Fishy, the crow. Pseudo Fishy, do we happen to have... There's Paint Seagull. Do we have Wisty Fish here yet? Wisty Fish? Oh, Wisty Fish! I haven't named our little catfish friend yet. Let me find that catfish. I would name you after... Let's see. There it is! I would name you after one of our koi fish, but we haven't managed, Wisty Fish, to convince the koi fish to join us just yet. And also, I wonder what I could do to make the catfish a little happier and want to move in. All right, how's our moonlight nectar doing? Can I actually research like what the different types are again? Because I feel like, oh wow, there's, oh my good gravy, golly, there's no wonder everyone was complaining about like, oh, look at our little house, it's getting upgraded. That's so cute. But no wonder all of our friends were complaining about like there not being enough of our lore stuff collected because there's a lot left. That's so interesting. And then let's see, I need to find, we have a ton of creatures left to find, a ton of challenges, but I would really like to know what type of these nectars each are again. And I can't recall off the top of my head. Mercury has new goods! My mango tree! And look, there's desert rose! I'll take it. Leeks! Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy! Okay, we'll take the desert rose and the leeks for sure, and I will gather any details about more moths and other things I can. And affording that aloe vera might be a little hard, but we're gonna do our best. Oh my gosh. Let me see the desert rose! Oh, it's so pretty. Does it glow? Does this... Really? Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, where to put it? I don't want to overthink this, but like a flowery desert succulent that loves the sun and has a distinct trunk with rose-like flowers, a good companion in an arid climate. Oh, you're lovely. Oh my gosh. All right, maybe we do need to grow our little desert out a touch. And then I wonder, can we upgrade? We need to get a lot. Oh, we spent all of our animal friend points. We need to see if we can attract another duck because that will put us so far ahead of anything else that we could hope for. And then where's my duck friend? There's the darling, the duck zone. Oh no, darling, your little duck zone. It's not doing as well as it should because I took away the mud. No, I'll give you back your mud. I'll give you back your mud. I promise. Okay, our duck is going to be unhappy. I will cry if darling the duck leaves us. So we've got to go ahead and fix this. And we've got to figure out how to get frogs back in the area too. I didn't realize that I have almost let down the ducks just because I was trying to like add in some other friends. We're going to fix this. We're going to make this happen. Please tell me, I can't believe I just put that down and I have frustrated our ducks even more because I forgot we were putting down sand. And And probably in order to get the beetles, we might need a few more basking spots. And it seems maybe we just need to have even more of these like Adam needles over here too. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, friends. And I am hopefully going to be able to apologize profoundly to Darling the duck because I can't believe I've almost convinced him to leave. I would cry. That would make me very sad. Maybe we'll make another, we need to get another duck zone. We need a secondary duck zone, ASA duck, just to make sure that we don't have Darling be too sad and like actually head out of here. And also I need more frog zones, and that means I need more mud. So I need to learn how to dig faster. I'm gonna go do some squats with the gnomes and like get to the point where we can really start working that shovel a little faster. Darling the duck, are you gonna be happier here? Please, I'm getting you the mud now. And okay, I think we're gonna make it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.